The Hero's Journey, Joseph Campbell.
As we were a moment ago, when we shouldn't try to be.
They don't know what you've been through, and they sure don't know what we've been through.
From now on, you'll be traveling the road between who you think you are and who you can be.
You met me at a very strange time in my life.
Tell me about it, Stud.
Become who you are born to be.
It's the choices that make us who we are. Whatever battle we have raging inside us, we always have a choice.
This is The Hero's Journey, made famous by Joseph Campbell. While the culture of societies vary, there's a common strand embedded within the infrastructure of each civilization: the hero and his story. Every hero undergoes a quest from which he achieves a place in the literary pantheon of his homeland. True heroism is remarkably sober and very undramatic. It is not the urge to surpass all others at whatever cost, but the urge to serve others at whatever cost. An analysis of the hero ultimately prompts one to wonder about the catalyst for his actions. What experiences creates a need for a hero to respond and become the hero? The usual hero adventure begins with someone from whom something has been taken, or who feels there is something lacking in the normal experience available or permitted to the members of society. The person then takes off on a series of adventures beyond the ordinary, either to recover what has been lost or to discover some life-giving elixir. It's usually a cycle, a coming and a returning. Once a hero experiences the call to action, the adventure can begin. The only difference between them and other people in their response to the call to be heroic. The journey from citizen to hero. Each hero begins his journey with a call to action. He decides to leave the safety of his home to search the globe for an object or cause which is valuable to him. Along with the hero's self-sacrificing nature is the hero's inborn need or responsibility to combat and defeat evil. Encountering wickedness, the hero will utilize every available option he has and exhaust the limits of his own strength and intelligence to ensure that good prevails. Once he learns a lesson, he often triumphs in his task and earns the label of hero due to his newfound understanding. All heroes are tested throughout each stage of their journey and learn a few lessons along the way. Joseph Campbell's 3 phases of the journey: departure, fulfillment, and return. Overcoming conflict and societal monsters. Since the creation of the hero, there has been an anti-hero. A hero could not be heroic without something or someone to overcome. An outside force is needed to create conflict. The hero's journey. Departure. Refusal of the call, point at which hero doubts whether or not to go on the journey. The call to adventure. The hero's goal is made clear. The start, where the hero is from, what everyday life would be like in that time period. Crossing the first threshold, the hero commits to the quest and begins the journey. Meeting the mentor, the hero is introduced to a person who prepares him to face future challenges. approaching the inmost cave. The hero encounters a dangerous place which hinders the completion of his quest. Test, allies and enemies. The hero is introduced and learns the rules of the unknown world. The supreme ordeal. The hero is confronted with the most difficult task or opponent to overcome. It could end in success or death of the hero. Threshold crossing or resurrection. The hero is transformed by his adventure and returned to his ordinary life. He uses new insights to guide him in his new life. Return with elixir, freedom to live. Any product of value that was obtained as a result of the hero's quest. If something of negative value or influence attaches itself to the reward, the hero may have to repeat his journey. The road back. The hero must deal with the old fallout from overcoming negative forces associated with the supreme ordeal. Reward, seizing the prize. The hero reaps a reward as a result of his triumph. It can be a treasure, experience, knowledge, etc.
The spiritual hero who has learned or found a mode of experiencing the supernormal range of human spiritual life and then come back and communicated it. It's a cycle. It's a going and a return that the hero cycle represents. But then this can be seen also in the simple initiation ritual, where a child has to give up his childhood and become an adult, has to die, you might say, to its infantile personality and psyche and come back as a self-responsible adult. It's a fundamental experience that everyone has to undergo. We're in our childhood for at least 14 years, and then to get out of that posture of dependency, psychological dependency, into one of psychological self-responsibility requires a death and resurrection. And that is the basic motif of the hero journey. Leaving one condition, finding the source of life to bring you forth in a richer or more mature or other condition. What you're doing is the work that you chose to do because you were enjoying it, that's it. But if you think, oh, gee, I couldn't do that, you know, that's your dragon that's locking you in. Oh, no, I couldn't be a writer. Oh, no, I couldn't do what so-and-so is doing. And in doing that, you save the world. I mean, you do. The influence of a vital person vitalizes. There's no doubt about it. The world is a wasteland. People have the notion of saving the world by shifting it around and changing the rules and so forth. And no, any world is a living world if it's alive. And the thing is to bring it to life. And the way to bring it to life is to find in your own case where your life is and be alive yourself, it seems to me. And I have a firm belief in this now, not only in terms of my own experience, but in knowing about the experiences of other people. When you follow your bliss, and by bliss I mean the deep sense of being in it and doing what the push is out of your own existence, you follow that and doors will open where you would not have thought there were going to be doors, and where there wouldn't be a door for anybody else. And there's something about the integrity of a life, and the world moves in and helps.